Min Money Bets, episode 9. We went even last week. Who cares?
Not the worst.
You know what? I'd rather go even than lose, so I'm not complaining. We're brought to you today by our merch line.
The October special.
October special. It's live for, what's today?
Today is the 20th.
Well, the show's dropping on the 21st. You got 10 more days to buy the merch. It's flying off the shelves.
Don't
Literally,
be poor.
Spooky season. It's a ghost. It's flying off the shelves. NBA's back. We're not going to cover it, but you can go to our Twitter at MinMoneyBets for Cody Wilkins Lock of the Week. I'm currently 1-0 in the NBA season.
It hasn't lost this whole year.
Have not lost. That is better than 0-0. So.
And it's Mm-hmm. Checks out.
I am a winner. Let's get right in the show. Cue the intro.
Rolling, holds it, turns through the legs. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
This is
the three won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer back. Tying it. One of the ball. Kucherov gets clobbered by Carmel. The big games. A lot of big settings. There's nothing like.
All right, so packed show for you guys today. We're going to do a small little recap. We're going to cruise right through it. I just have some thoughts. College picks, college dog. No parlay from Evan this week. He lost last week. Thank you to Iowa.
Iowa and Eastern. Eastern was the one underdog. Iowa should have won. But I'm glad that two of them lost instead of just Eastern.
Sure. New segment alert called Mitten Money Picks an NBA Champion. You can just go ahead and guess what that segment's about. Mystery.
Mystery, yep.
NFL picks, NFL dog, and my parlay this week is called the Cody spent too much money at the bar last weekend parlay.
Did you do that?
It's due to hit. Yeah. Somehow Evan spent more than me.
Yeah. I was the best man. Had to take care of my people. I'm just
Bachelor
a people
party.
person. Yeah.
Big Rapids got the best of us.
It was something.
Probably the highest bar tab I've ever had. Tequila sunrises, green tea shots.
Vodka Red Bulls till our hearts explode.
I took my tarp off at the bar.
Yeah.
Jersey
live
swap.
jersey swap. Maybe a picture will be posted.
No. That's going to live in our archives forever. So we'll get into the show here. I just have a couple recaps here. So I had a good NFL week. I did not have a good college football week. Therefore, I would like to say fuck college football.
Fair.
However, the Cody Wilkins theory of if a total is in the 80s, you take the under is now 2-0. So I'm now cementing that. That is my thesis for college football.
If you see an 80, you take the under.
Vegas is dumb.
Okay.
Also, Thursday Night Football. I am the Monstars. I stole Jalen Hurts' powers. He looked like trash.
He did. He looked
What's
absolutely
new?
terrible. As
Philly
a Jalen Hurts
stinks.
fan, that feels bad.
I'm workshopping something here now. Might be for the rest of the year. Lions unders.
Jared Goff's
That
bad.
one as
I
well.
don't hate
Jared
it.
Goff's terrible. He's a walking turnover. And also, what I say on the pod last week, the Packers own the Bears. And what did Aaron Rodgers say after
He
the
literally
game?
said, I own you.
He said, I've always owned you.
Yeah.
I own you. I always will.
I love that, personally. Daddy
He
Rodgers.
discount double-checked his nuts on Soldier Field. How
I love
electric
that.
is that?
That's right up there with Baker sticking the flag in, where was
Ohio
it?
State.
Yep. That's right up there with that as far as ignorance goes. I love that.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts on last week. Any thoughts from you?
Who would have guessed that LSU was gonna put up 42 and beat Florida? That feels bad. That's all I want to say. Iowa is a fraud. You stink. Let's move on. Let's just live in the present.
Mm-hmm. Okay, college picks. I'm upset this week.
Why? Who hurt you?
I
Who
was
hurt
actually
you?
dialed. Nobody hurt me. It's just life, man.
Just personal.
Life's just got me down. But I
Okay.
don't fucking care because I'm coming this week. College picks.
Hashtag Cody
Thursday
Coleman.
night Mountain West football at 11 p.m. Eastern. You know what that says to me? Madness. Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, UNLV at home against San Jose State. San Jose State fucked me last week. So I'm not betting spread here. I'm betting total.
Okay.
This is stadium over. Allegiant Stadium's averaging 52.8 points per game. UNLV has recently added a slot machine on the sideline that they pull when they get a touchdown.
That's kind of hard.
Custom slot machine. It's a Thursday night at 11 game. This is I'm going to bet this and go to sleep at 10:30, wake up and just see that it won on Friday morning. Take off my Friday beers. UNLV, their defense is averaging 35 points per game against them.
That's not good. No.
San Jose State's isn't much better. They're giving up 23 a game.
I smell an over.
The total's only 46.5. That's a rat line from Vegas.
What does Vegas know that we don't?
I don't know, but all I know is UNLV's defense is Swiss cheese. They're 0-6. Let's just let it fly. You got nothing to lose. This is going way over 46.5 points.
That seems extremely low.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, my first pick. Let's see what Cody has to say on this. I am riding the Bearcats. Cincy minus 27.5 at Navy. Cincy is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7.
It's kind of interesting you pick Tulane as your team and then something happens and all of a sudden you're a Cincy fan.
If you know, you know. Tulane is still always in my heart. I'm like hashtag fuckboy fickle right now, so
Okay,
I'm just
sure.
here.
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Do the chant. You learned it this weekend.
Maybe Evan will post a video of him doing the chant. If Cincy wins this game and covers, I'll post a video under our picks of me doing the chant. This is the first time Navy's hosted a top 5 team in 37 years. And the only spread that Cincy has failed to cover was their biggest of the year against Murray State, which was 36.5. Do you know how much they won by? 35. Feels bad if you bet that one. Cincy has the chance to become the first Power 5 conference team to qualify for the playoffs.
They won't.
And they're okay. I mean, that's something. I don't see anybody else on their schedule that's going to stop them. They
could go undefeated and it won't matter.
Really?
Oklahoma's getting in. Ohio State's getting in.
But Cincinnati has
Alabama's
been
getting in.
throat fucking.
Georgia's getting in. That's interesting. I don't care.
But
so has Georgia.
Okay,
So
Georgia's
has
going to get
Oklahoma.
in, yes. Oklahoma just started doing it.
Yeah, because they don't Spencer Badler. That's a take for another time.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that. Maybe we'll do that 2 weeks. We'll do our college football preview.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, with that being
Okay.
said, they want to make it in. They are going to absolutely throat pie Navy. I use that word lightly. It's just
You can't use that word lightly.
Since he has the number 2 red zone defense in the country, and if Navy can even get the ball down the field, I doubt that they put up more than 10 points. Cincy's offense is unreal. Ritter only threw 1 touchdown last week, and they put up 52. Their running back had 4 touchdowns, and their defense also had 1. I just think that this is too low. Cincy is too good of a team. Navy stinks just because they're Navy. Hate to say it, they've won 1 game this year.
Are you taking the over here?
No, I'm taking Cincy minus 27.5. Bearcats by 90 even. Who cares? Cincy's way too good, and Navy has won literally 1 game this year.
I can't even comment on that, but you know what's hard about the triple option?
There's 3 options.
Yeah.
You know, and that's their bread and butter, right?
This is the tough part about this. If Navy goes on like a 15-minute drive by 27.5.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Cincy's run defense is number 6 in the country.
I just feel like they're due for like a backdoor cover.
I think they are. I think they're due for like a scary almost upset, but I do not think it's Navy.
Okay.
Navy averages 50 yards passing a game. I don't care about
Cincinnati.
No, this is at Maryland.
Oh, Cincinnati's been playing a lot of home games.
That doesn't even change anything. That does not even change anything.
Let's just stay here. Are they Cincy in the same conference as Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to play each other later this year.
That'll be all right, since he'll probably win by 90.
Houston's like 6-1.
Okay.
I don't think you want to bet against Dana Holgerson, is all I'm saying.
I don't want to bet against Luke Fickell right now.
Eastern Carolina Pirates, Houston Cougars. 7 of Eastern Carolina's last 8 against teams from Texas have gone over. Did I cherry pick that stat? Yes, I did. Do I care? No. Their last 4 head-to-heads, the total between these two teams have been set as 67.5 or higher.
Okay.
This year's total is 58.
That's a lot lower than 67
It
and
is.
a half.
Houston scoring 37 a game. Eastern Carolina's giving up 28 a game. Houston might score 49 to 56 by themselves.
Are you an East Carolina hater?
I am. I will bet against them all year.
Shout out Bill.
Yes. Bill
He
disagreed
bet
with me
against
on a pick.
you and bet with East Carolina. And
Appalachian
lost.
State said, take that, Bill.
Yep.
58's too low for these two teams. Absolute chaos. Neither team wants to play defense. All they want to do is score the ball. That's the kind of football I want to root for. It's the kind of football I want to watch. That's the side I want my money on, over 58.
You're a simple guy.
I am.
Interesting. Okay. I am going to go to SEC Country for my next one. Ole Miss -9 at home against LSU. And Ole Miss has covered every spread this season when favored by 9 or more. Why are you making that face? What's that face? That looks like a face of disgust.
I'm not making a face.
Let me just say
Matt
this.
Corral, future Lion.
I hope so. If Ole Miss can dodge golf balls, mustard bottles, and beer cans, they can dodge the Tigers.
They can dodge a wrench.
Yeah, they can dodge a ball. Both defenses, horrible. Dog shit. Reminds me of a Big 12 game.
Mm-hmm.
Whose offense is better? I'll tell you. Ole Miss. They're number 3 in the country in offense. LSU is 70th overall in offensive efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Ole Miss is only behind your favorite team, Coastal Carolina and Ohio State.
Well, it's hard to beat the surf turf.
Did you see when Lane Kiffin was getting the shit thrown at him? He took his visor, threw it up in the crowd. That means he's going to have a fresh visor for this game.
I think he does have a fresh visor anyway.
I think he does every game, but I want to tell myself that this is going to be the cleanest, whitest visor.
Okay.
Ed Ogeron cannot keep his dick in his pants, and LSU is just going to be in shambles after this year.
I mean, can you blame the guy
No.
for not being able to keep his dick in his pants?
I can't, and I know that him and Urban Meyer are probably linking up in the offseason.
I swear to God.
If
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
That was my Ed Orgeron impression.
That was pretty good. A midday game, 3:30, Hollingsworth Field. Ole Miss wins this game and covers after surviving the rough night in Tennessee. I think this is an easy pick. Matt Corral is a lot better than that bum at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Don't make it harder than it has to be.
Okay. No, you know what? I don't have any stats for this game. I don't fucking care. I'm taking
Eyeball test.
I'm taking buck the fuck eyes at Indiana. Fuck you, Tom Allen. You tried to beat my Spartans last week. You can't do it.
Did they cover though?
They did. It was 4.5, cover 5. I took an alternate line. So be it. Ryan Day had a quote this week, and I'm taking this spread simply off that quote.
Okay.
He had said that Indiana is a better team than their record shows. You know what that says to me?
We're gonna beat.
They're
the
not
shit
that
out
good.
of
I'm
them.
going to beat the shit out of this team at Indiana. OSU, their last 3 opponents, they've won 66-17, 52-13, 59-7. Look at that. You figure out the defense, you're back to being Ohio State. CJ Stroud making a late push for the Heisman run.
Wow.
Yeah, that's coming from a Kenneth Walker truther. K9 for Heisman. OSU looks like OSU of the old. They're making a run at the playoff. They got to win out. They got to make some statements. Who stops them right now?
Michigan.
OSU minus 20. I love that line. Give me 3 touchdowns.
20 is a good
Not
number.
anything's going to be that close. Indiana played their Super Bowl last week against us. They're banged up. Their backup quarterback looks horrible. Not that Penix was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably better than Penix still, huh?
Yeah, I thought their one bright spot was Freifogel. He got strapped last week.
Yeah.
I don't see how Indiana even scores.
All right, that's fair.
Mhm.
OSU is decent. I'll say it.
Okay.
It's going to be tough trying to make the playoffs when they lose to Michigan, though.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm going to take Ohio State, whatever they're favored by Michigan. Anyways, I'm going to take, with my next pick, Liberty first half minus 10 at the Mean Green North, Texas. This is a weird one.
Malik
this
Willis,
is really
future
weird.
Lion.
Yep, I was going to say that when you said Matt Corral.
Mhm.
Liberty is outscoring teams in the first half 110 to 48. and North Texas is being outscored in the first half 51 to 148. Those numbers aren't even close. Now you could say, Evan, Liberty just is coming off a loss as a 32-point favorite to ULM. Say, yeah, you're right. They had a chance to make some noise this season, and unfortunately that and the loss to Syracuse is going to be overshadowing it. Malik Willis is really good. He is their leading rusher as well. Liberty's a good team, and the Fighting Hugh Freezes are going to walk into the Mean Green, and they're going to do some mean things.
Is this in North Texas?
This is at North Texas, yes. So they're
It's
traveling.
going to be hot.
It's just spit everywhere. My bad. I got excited.
Got so excited. Liberty -10.
First half. -10. Liberty's going to come out the gates hot. North Texas defense is one of the worst. Liberty's offense, good enough to cover the 10 in the first half.
Sure. This is just a Cody's heart game. Notre Dame USC. For those that know me, I grew up a Notre Dame fan.
What ruined your childhood?
The Bush push, I literally wanted to kneecap Reggie Bush.
Okay.
Matt Leinart, you fraud, you. You were a bum in the NFL. So is Reggie Bush. I hate USC. They're bad. What's their quarterback's name? I'm blanking now. Something really stupid.
Caden
Slovis.
Yep. Caden Slovis.
Slovis. He was supposed to be like number one pick in the draft. He's horrible. Notre Dame's back. Both of these teams
back?
had buys last. They beat Virginia Tech at night.
We should have went to that game.
Jack Cohn got benched in the first quarter, came back in the fourth, led the game-winning field goal drive.
Interesting.
The question mark for Notre Dame all year has been who is the quarterback, because nobody knows. They've been cycling 3 different guys. Both teams had a bye week last week. Before USC's bye week, they got shit pumped by Utah.
Yeah.
Notre Dame just had a big win. I think they took this bye week. They figured out who their quarterback is. They fixed the issues with Jack Cohn. Brian Kelly had a lot of good things to say about Jack Cohn after the Virginia Tech game. I think he comes out hot at home. USC traveling from the West Coast.
Tough travel.
Give me the Irish -7. This is personal. Cody Wilkins' childhood revenge game.
That has a ring to it. One question for you though. So if all 3 of those quarterbacks just somehow got hurt, say, do you think they would ask the Leprechaun to jump in and be the quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's only fair.
Gotta give him a chance.
I think the NCAA would have to grant that.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Speaking about traveling long distances, I'm a Rainbow Warrior fan this week.
Pause.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You got anything to tell me?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold up.
All right.
Hawaii -16 against New Mexico State.
Okay.
When's the last time they played, you ask? This year. This is the second time they're playing this year. Do you know that? Now you know that. Hawaii went to It is. Because New Mexico State's independent this year. And so, yeah, fact check me. Do it. It was 41-21 at New Mexico State. We're fact checking real quick. Bad radio. So when I saw that they were playing the second time, I was like, you're lying.
What'd you say the score was?
41-21.
Oh my God, they did play.
No shit. I know my shit. Hawaii's 8-0 versus them. Haven't lost them. 5-2 against the spread to them as well. And like I said, they played earlier at New Mexico State, and they covered this spread. So what's telling me that New Mexico State's going to travel 6 hours, play a 10 o'clock at night game, and in their time?
Hawaii is the greatest home field advantage in football.
It is. It really is. I looked up the flight. It's a 6-hour flight, and I looked up the time change, and they're playing at 10 o'clock their time. It's 6
New
o'clock
Mexico
Hawaii
State's
time.
to fly to LA. I bet they get on a second plane. They leave from LA to
That's
Hawaii.
why it's a 6-hour flight. There's a one stop. Yep, I looked that up.
Wow.
Talk about
Analytics.
home field advantage too. Hawaii's 5-1 in the last 6 home games. Who'd they lose to? You know it.
I don't.
Fresno State.
They beat Fresno State. You know your shit. Fresno State won that game 27 or Fresno State lost that game 27-22.
They lost being It was by 4 points. Fresno State.
Hawaii beat Fresno State at home.
By 4.
Yes.
It was 17-13.
No. It was like 27-23.
Who the fuck? I'm stupid.
Damn, you know your shit.
You're lying.
I swear to God. This is Cody and Evan argue about Fresno State's schedule. Literally my fucking team. Fresno State has 2 losses this year. One was to Oregon.
San Jose State. That's who I was thinking.
Close.
I typed in my notes Fresno State. It was San Jose State. They're both in California, right? Something like that, yeah. All right. They lost to San Jose State by 4 points at home. That was the first loss in 6 games. Boo-hoo. New Mexico State's 107th. What? What's that? What?
I'm not. No,
okay. New Mexico State is 107th in pass defense. Hawaii has the 27th best passing offense. That's all they do. New Mexico State's giving up 38 points per game and over 400 yards of offense a game. New Mexico State is bad. They are terrible. They are dog shit.
Yes.
They are the worst Aggies in college football. Okay.
Well,
The Rainbow Warrior. Yeah, there is 2 of them. So they're the worst. I don't see them being motivated at all. I see them going out, like you said, getting the lay on them, being distracted, seeing cute Hawaiian girls.
It's like
being tired.
What's that book with George and Lenny, where he takes him out behind the back and shoots him in the back
Look
of
at
the
the
head.
rabbits, man.
Yeah, and like, oh, look at the ocean, look at the volcanoes.
Moral of the story is I love the Rainbow Warriors, and I love them by 16 against New Mexico State. They're going to win. New Mexico State stinks.
Okay. Yeah,
End of story.
That was a long-winded explanation for Hawaii there.
I was feeling it. That was personal.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I picked them against UCLA. It was the wrong pick.
College dog here. Roof, 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 roof. That's my college dog noise. New segment. San Diego State Air Force. Air Force. We have a friend in the Air Force.
Fuck you, Wyatt.
Fuck you, Wyatt. Air Force does one thing. They're like all the other
fly
schools.
planes.
Okay, maybe they do too.
They do too.
They fly planes and they run the ball. They're averaging 336 rushing yards a game. That's their bread and butter. They don't want to throw the football. But they don't run the triple option, so they're kind of frauds.
I just don't understand why you don't want to put the ball in the air when you're literally called the Air Force, but go on.
San Diego State fucked me last week. However, well, they won, but they didn't cover.
They're good, they're not great.
But it happens. They're 3-point dogs at Air Force. Like I mentioned, Air Force wants to run the ball. San Diego State only gives up 61 rushing yards a game. That is all they do is just don't give up points. Doesn't matter. They might win this game 3-0, but they're going to win it.
You know the hardest part about guarding triple option?
They don't run the triple option, but
it's
because there's 3 options.
Yes, okay.
So if I was Air Force, I would simply just run it.
Yeah.
Because it's just a no-brainer to me.
You would try to, at least.
So that's our college dog. That's our college picks. Now I'm going to get into Mitten Money. Picks an NBA champion. This is going to be recency bias, Cody. I have one team in my head. I'll give you a second option. I'll give you 1A. I'll give you 1B.
Pistons.
It's not the Pistons. Next year.
Okay.
It's Bucks. Plus 900.
Again.
Yes. Repeat. Now, you don't see a lot of repeats in the NBA. But after watching, well, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Warriors and Heat, I guess. Dynasties. But I wouldn't consider the Bucks like a big 3 type dynasty. There's just no.
As long as they got DiVincenzo, they have a chance. Who's hurt right now?
So the big favorite, the odds-on favorite right now is the Nets. I don't understand because Kyrie Irving is like an idiot.
A bitch.
I would inject my veins with Tide laundry detergent for his contract.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
that's a
I would do a lot
subject,
of things,
but I'm willing to touch it.
I would do a lot of things for that contract.
Yeah, he hasn't really said why he took the vaccine, but I don't see him playing this year because they said Nets brass basically said that they won't handle him being a part-time player, so he can either sit out or get it. So I don't know if he's going to play at all this year, and I don't think KD and Harden with a bunch of 45-year-old retirement home veterans is going to like pay off.
Especially not without Shamet.
Yeah, Landry Shamet was the key to that team. The Lakers don't look very good spacing-wise with Russell Westbrook and that supporting cast. LeBron and AD just won't be able to do enough. The Bucks, I don't see a team in the NBA that has a Giannis stopper if he's playing at the level he was last year. He just looks unbelievable. He's what Ben Simmons aspires to be, but Ben Simmons is a loser. But
I agree.
if I had to pick a team that isn't the Bucks, it would be the Clippers.
Why?
Kawhi's injured right now.
Okay.
I think last year the Clippers had a good shot. Kawhi towards ACL. It happens. They lose to the Suns. The Clippers with Kawhi, I think 2 years ago, like obviously they just choked. They switch up the coaching staff. They lose Doc Rivers, king of blowing 3-1 leads. Last year should have been their year. Kawhi gets injured. I think defensively, having both Kawhi and Paul George, they could stop Giannis. Some sort of scheme. They got
Maybe.
Serge Ibaka, Flame. They've got the perimeter shooting. Terrence Mann looked really good in the playoff run last year. He should look pretty good this year. Also, the odds are plus 1,700, so why not sprinkle it?
You were talking about the Lakers earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just looking at their lineup, I think that's my pick.
Okay, did you watch them against the Warriors last night? They fucked me out of a parlay.
It is the most Lakers thing ever to just not give a fuck and get like the 6, 7, 8 seed because LeBron doesn't care until it's the postseason.
They did that last year.
I understand
They lost
that.
to the Suns. They haven't won a game since.
AD was out though, wasn't he?
There's a picture. No, AD played. They haven't won a game since LeBron did the post up on Jay Crowder and the entire bench was like memeing it. They're 0-10 since that meme came out.
I'm just looking at this lineup, and it is, I agree, it's like the spacing did look like shit, and there's way too many ball handlers, but there's like way too many athletes on this team. Like Talen Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reeves.
You're memeing at this point. This is
Sekou,
disgusting.
your guy Sekou, who I
Yeah.
always hated in Detroit.
He won't sniff.
No.
He won't sniff.
Sekou will get cut by the middle of the season. I don't know. I
I'm
think
just saying,
Carmelo was balling last night. He looked like vintage.
He had 9 points.
Did you
That's
see
our
some of the-
definition of balling.
Did you see some of the fadeaways? How many minutes did he have? He didn't play
26. He had 9 points in 26 minutes.
What about assists?
2.
All right, well there you go.
Wow, he was balling.
Dude, he looked like he's fucking 37. The guy's gonna
I'm
turn
just
into
saying,
dust if he gets fouled at the rim.
LeBron had 34 points.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis had 33 points. Guess how many points the next highest scorer was? Guess who the next leading scorer was?
Probably.
It was Carmelo with 9 points.
Okay.
LeBron and AD can't do this all year, especially when AD can't stay healthy.
I like the addition of Malik Monk that they have. They got Dwight Howard back. Talen Horton-Tucker is decent. I'm not going to say he's good, but he's a good role player. Wayne Ellington is a good sharpshooter. I think you can agree. What? Don't tell me Wayne's not a good sharpshooter. He's good. He's injured.
If the Lakers were going to win the
Avery
title,
Bradley
they would have to run a small ball lineup. I don't understand why they're still trying this, where they run DeAndre Jordan and they put Anthony Davis at the 4, because statistically and analytically, they're just a better team with Anthony Davis at the 5, and they run smaller. They showed that last year when they added Andre Drummond. Their offensive efficiency was atrocious.
You know, looking at this lineup again, I think when everybody's healthy, I will take a lot of Lakers unders because this looks like a huge defense-oriented team. Like Avery Bradley, Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard.
Trevor Ariza not.
He's a
even
defender
on the roster right now. Those guys were defensive-minded when they were in their prime. All these guys are like 34 years old now.
Yeah, they do have an old-ass lineup, too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what the average age is. But anyways, yeah, that's my pick. What's my second pick? Why would I need a second pick if I already picked the winner?
Oh,
Next question.
Okay. All right. Well, interesting takes from Evan there. So we'll get into our NFL picks. You took this last week. I'm taking it back again. Giants team total under 19.5 points. 6 of the Giants' last 7 at home have gone under the total line. The total's 43 this week. Do I anticipate the Giants scoring 21 to get that total 43? No. They're the 27th ranked offense. They're averaging 19 points a game. What's the total? 19.5. Are they averaging 19.5? No,
Nope.
They're averaging 19. That means it's going to go under. They're facing the number 6 defense in scoring in the Panthers. The Panthers have held their opponents under this total in 4 of 6 games. I don't know. Kirk Cousins balled last week. That's kind of the one little blip there.
Yeah, we'll just won't pull up what we talked about.
Also,
Kirk
game
Cousins.
tape just They were slinging the ball everywhere. Danny Dimes sucks at home. This is like a new narrative emerging in the NFL. He's like a better away quarterback, which doesn't make any sense. The Giants are 29th in running the ball. They don't have Saquon. Kadarius Toney's injured. I think their only receiver left is Sterling Shepard. I don't see them scoring 20 points.
I love hating on the Giants. I want Danny Dimes to be good, but he needs some more like healthy people. That's all.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of years. We'll see. All right, so I'm going Rams first half -7 versus the Lions. And the Lions have played 6 games, lost all of them. In a half of those, they have been shut out in the first half. Just 0 points. 3 games, 0 points first half. Rams are outscoring the Lions in first half points 60-26. This is not a Stafford revenge game. That was a clean breakup.
It's a Jared Goff.
This is a Jared Goff revenge game. What is he going to do? He's going to try too hard. He's not great. He's going to turn the ball over. He's going to make mistakes. What? Jared Goff, he's getting us to that next guy. He's a bridge.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he is throwing to like a Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he does have baby hands and fumbles.
Yeah, he doesn't have any receivers
either. Frank Ragnall's out.
Yeah. I see him making stupid mistakes. The Rams defense is going to look like the Rams defense should look because the Lions offense is atrocious. Sony Michel's questionable, which means he's probably going to play. I don't really think it matters if he does.
I think one of the funniest images in my head from this game is that the best corner in the league, Jalen Ramsey, is going to be guarding Kenneth Raymond.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's
Jalen Ramsey doesn't even get out of bed for Kenneth Raymond.
That's going to be food.
Yeah.
I also might sprinkle Stafford like throwing yards, whatever they are over. I might do that. I don't think he's going to try to pile it on, but I think he's just going to be Stafford, who's good. So I think that's an easy pick.
Sure.
Take it to the bank.
Eagles Raiders, Rich Bisaccia, the new king of the Las Vegas Raiders, the interim head coach. He's coached football for 38 years, and he's never been a head coach. Riddle me how that works.
Now is my time.
Now he's the head coach. What does that mean? Let's just fucking air it out, play some football, baby. Last week, they balled out against the Broncos. A good defense, scored 34 points. Derek Carr season. Allegiant Stadium. It's known for points. 6 of the Raiders' last 7 have gone over. They're playing the Eagles. The Eagles are banged up. I think Jalen Hurts maybe gets back on his horse. This is kind of what he does. He kind of balls out a little bit and gets bad teams. Looks bad in prime time. Total's only 49.5. I think Derek Carr can get me 35 of those against the Eagles.
I love Derek Carr.
Over 49.5, Derek Carr fan club.
I love it. I think 2 episodes ago, I took Aaron Rodgers completions under 23.5, saying that he had not once gone over it, and betting on him twice, I got fucked. I'm back.
Okay. I'm
back here again. Justin Fields under 223.5 passing yards. Hasn't went over it a single time this year. Hasn't even gotten close. He got to 200 one time. Who is he playing? The Bucs in Tampa Bay. Fields is he's sticking his toes in the water, right? He's just trying to get him wet.
Well, that's just a bad offensive scheme.
Yeah, who's he throwing it to? Allen Robinson the third. That's it.
Darnell Mooney, but Matt Nagy's the worst head coach in the NFL.
Yeah, JPP's questionable, but
JPP.
Who's PP?
JPP.
Okay.
Giovanni Bernard.
Train of thought has crashed. Bucks defensive line, I think, is good enough even without JPP to bring a lot of pressure to Justin Fields.
Yeah, Devin White was feasting last week.
And what did Justin Fields do against the Browns defensive line? Shit his pants. 6 of 20.
I probably would shit too.
Honestly. I would shit everywhere too. Yeah. The secondary for the Bucks also banged up, but definitely enough to contain the quote-unquote threats that the Bears have. And he hasn't even been that accurate since he left OSU. He's just over 50% completion rate.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay is going to look like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory with just Justin Fields.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
Tom Brady's going to take him. He might just give him a fucking binky and pat him on the head and say, at least you tried.
Yeah, sure.
Under 223.5 passing yards. Why not me?
Okay.
I'm a hater.
All right, sure. Patriots, my squad, they're better than their record. I just like to say that. They've had a tough schedule. They should have won last week.
Did you see Mac Jones get eaten?
Yeah, Mac Jones is the GOAT. I love Mac Jones, future Hall of Famer. They're playing the Jets this week. Typically what that means is Bill Belichick wants to fuck the Jets. The last time these two teams played earlier this season, it was 25-6. Zach Wilson threw 4 picks. They just had a bye week, and they just lost in London to the Falcons, who aren't a good team. Patriots are playing at home. The line's only 6.5. I don't really understand. The Patriots are playing better football than the record shows. Patriots minus 6.5. I'm not looking into this line any further. That's it.
I think I saw a stat that said that this was the first time that the Patriots have had was it so bad of a record at home or haven't won a game at home or something?
Yeah, probably in
a couple of years.
100 years, yeah.
All right. Moving past that, I won't bring that up. Positive vibes only.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, what are they? One of the greatest teams in the NFL, apparently.
Well,
MVP candidate quarterback.
They are. They haven't lost.
Yeah, they haven't. Neither will this bet. Cardinals over 3.5 touchdowns versus Texans. That's it. That's the tweet.
Sure, yeah.
Cardinals have gone over this 5 out of the last 6 games. Texans are giving up on average 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Take those numbers, put them together. It's a winner. Arizona's offense, one of the best in the league with the Bills, scoring about 33 points per game and 400 yards of offense per game. Texans defense, absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want about Davis Mills, he fucking stinks too. Sorry to put it like that, Cody.
No, he doesn't have any help.
Even if he had help.
His head coach is David Coley.
I don't give a fuck who the head coach is.
Well, not really.
Kyler Murray's on an MVP type season.
I would just real quick,
What?
I'd just like to say,
Yeah.
I'm going to call my shot right now. Deshaun Watson's getting traded to the Miami Dolphins this week.
This week.
Yes.
All right, if this breaks, this week, the news.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll workshop that one.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's on an MVP type season, 290 yards per game, 74% completion rate. I don't want to think about the things he's going to do to the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. But it's going to be over 3.5 touchdowns, 4 exact.
Gene video.
Yep.
I
hope that you just heard. I hope the listeners heard that.
Oh, they will.
Okay.
49ers Colts Sunday Night Football. I don't know. You can't even name the 49ers running back at this point. They just keep cycling guys in. Name it. It's Elijah Mitchell. I believe. I don't know. He might be fucking injured too. Who knows? Their quarterback, I don't know. It's supposedly going to be Garoppolo's back. I don't know. Could be.
I want to see Trey Lance play.
He's injured.
I'm kidding.
Colts on primetime looked very good. Carson Wentz is sneakily, we'll get to this in the dog of the week. He has the lowest interceptions in the NFL right now.
I fucking hate
He's
Carson
playing very
Wentz.
well. I don't really understand why the 49ers are projected to score 24.5 points on DraftKings, so I'm taking the under because Jimmy G, I just don't. He's banged up. The running backs are banged up.
So are the porn stars he's seeing.
This is an offense that relies on play action. If they're not going to bite on the run, why? Why? You can't even name the guy in the backfield. So why would the Colts even play the run?
That's interesting. When I think of San Fran, I don't know.
I can't believe this. Is
I don't know
Sunday night.
I don't know what their identity is.
I can't believe this is a Sunday night football game. So I'm just going to take the under because it's just disgusting that this didn't get flexed.
Speaking of disgusting games, imagine being a London football fan and you go your dad's like, "Oh yeah, I got you tickets," and it's it's the Jets and the Falcons.
Yeah, Matty Ice, baby.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, No Fun Evan is back. Saints at the Seahawks under 44.5.
You don't trust in Geno?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Saints have gone under in 6 of the last 8, and Seattle's gone under in 11 of the last 15. You know what I think of when I hear Geno Smith? Turnovers and sacks. He was sacked 5 times by the Steelers and had a fumble that costed the game. Do you know how many times he threw it to DK and Lockett? They had 8 catches together last game.
Okay. Well, he also had TJ Watt chasing him.
I don't care. Throw it.
Okay.
If I was a quarterback, I would simply just throw the ball.
Oh, maybe that's why you aren't.
I guess.
Got him.
If you know, you know. Sure. Geno Smith doesn't look like he's confident at all. I wouldn't be either with. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. He didn't stress the field at all. And
this could be like a Jameis bounce back game though, where he just throws 400 passing yards to Marquez Callaway.
You know what? Where does Jameis usually play? Where?
New Orleans.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a dome, right?
Yeah.
I looked into the weather.
Okay.
It's supposed to rain this entire week.
Okay.
It's going to be 50 degrees. You
It's
think
not that
Jameis
cold.
is used? Huh?
It's not that cold.
It's cold in the rain. It's cold when you're trying to run after stealing
New Orleans
crab
gets
legs.
a lot of hurricanes. He's had to have been there during one.
I didn't think about that. Okay, if this loses, it's because Jameis is used to playing in hurricanes?
Yes.
No. Okay, sure.
He's used to living in them.
This is going to be a low-scoring game. We're off track. Whoever makes the least amounts of mistakes wins this game. It's going to be rainy. It's not going to be fun. Neither team wants to. I don't know. I see this going under. I see this being a 17-13 or 17-20 game. It's going to be gross.
Sure.
Why not?
All right. Okay, dog of the week. It's the Indianapolis Colts.
Do the barking. Okay, got it.
Dog of the weeks are going undefeated now. Colts have 4 losses. They're better than their record indicates. They've lost to, I'm going to name the 4 teams. The Seahawks with Russell Wilson, so that's a better team. The Rams, the Titans, Derrick Henry's probably the NFL MVP right now, and the Ravens, who look incredible, and they probably should have won that game. Colts playing at the 49ers on prime time. Give me prime time Carson Wentz. He's got 9 touchdowns and a pick right now. He looks so much better now that he's out of Philly. Jonathan Taylor is going to feast.
Okay.
I know they're playing 49ers.
I like Jonathan Taylor. I can get behind that.
I took the team total under for the 49ers. I think the Colts are going to score more points than the 49ers. How do you win a football game? You score more points than the other team.
Okay, that's all you really had to say. The Colts are going to score more points.
Colts, 3-point dogs. Give me the Colts outright. That's our NFL picks.
Easy.
Now we're going to get into Cody spent too much money at the bars at a bachelor party last weekend drinking tequila sunrises parlay.
That's a long title. We're going to have to work on that.
No, that's just the name.
Okay.
I spent all day thinking about it. Browns.
Wait, how many times did you puke on the way home? Just for the listeners. Just give us a visual.
3. There's
Okay.
stages of my
3?
puking.
I thought it was 2.
Once at the house. Oh, on the way home. Okay, well, once at the house, 2 on the way home.
Okay.
I threw up at a Tesla supercharger station. That's a flex.
Subtle flex.
Yeah. Browns minus 3.5. Case Keenum revenge game. He's playing the Broncos.
Case Keenum revenge game.
Falcons minus 2.5 against the Dolphins. Packers money line. Patriots money line. Panthers minus 3. Seahawks plus 5. Eagles Raiders over 49.5. Bucks money line. Cardinals money line. Colts money line. Rams money line. Chiefs money line. Bengals Ravens over. I believe that is 47.5. That's a lot of legs that I just listed.
That is
It's like
a lot of
spider.
money, and that's a lot of lines.
It's like a daddy long legs. Plus 42,891. It's due to hit. I'm gonna make all my money back, plus some. We go back to the bar.
Okay.
Party our faces off
All right.
after that hits.
What kind of drink you get me after that?
What kind of drink?
What kind of cocktail bottle service?
Vodka Red Bull is it?
For
you want, like,
42,000 odds?
Like-
Buy me something nice. Spank me on the ass a little bit.
I only
Make my
put
cheeks
$10
a little
on.
rosy.
I'm not gonna be a millionaire.
Well,
after
what's
this.
that to win? 4,000 something?
Yeah.
Okay. I want a couple blondies
Shots
bringing
at
some
1942.
sparklers over with. Yeah. Give me something exotic.
Shots at Classe Azul.
Why not? Straight out the
Classe
bottle.
Azul hitting out the bottle.
Copyright claim. Sick.
Yep. Okay, that's our show. I'll recap my board here. So I've got San Jose UNLV over 46.5, ECU Houston over 58, OSU minus 20, Notre Dame minus 7, College Dog is San Diego State. NFL Giants team total under 19.5, Eagles Raiders over 49.5, Patriots minus 6.5, 49ers team total under 24.5. NFL Dog is the Colts.
My board is Cincinnati minus 27.5 at Navy, Ole Miss minus 9 at home against LSU, Liberty minus 10 first half at North Texas, and Hawaii minus 16 at home versus New Mexico State. My NFL is the Rams first half minus 7 at home against the Lions. Justin Fields under 223.5 passing yards at the Bucks. Cardinals over 3.5 touchdowns at home versus the Texans. And the Saints and Seahawks under 44.5. I love this board. I wanna give a CPR. I want to French kiss it on the mouth. I see myself going 6-2, respectively.
Like the Sandlot.
Yeah. Yep.
Squints. Nice. All right.
Something
Rock, paper,
like that.
scissors. I'm up 5-2.
Ready?
Yep.
What am I gonna go?
Scissors, I hope. If
All
not,
right.
you're not a man of your word.
You motherfucker.
Not a man of his word.
All right.
6-2. That's our show. Mint Money Bets. Follow us on Twitter at Mint Money Bets.
You've got the smile. I've got the brains. Let's make lots of money.